Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome back to more Pokemon Yellow. Last time we began our conquest of the Team Rocket hideout here in Celadon City, and it's pretty large. I'm really actually quite surprised that Team Rocket managed to get this entire thing built without anyone noticing. Anyway, this time we are going to be continuing on with our conquest, beginning with this dude. Intruder alert! Oh, I love this guy. He's a really fun guy. There's a lot of really fun Team Rocket characters. Anyone who's watched a certain previous Let's Play of mine will know that there are some Team Rocket grunts that are really, really fun to talk to. I'm looking at you, Hyuk 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 guy from Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Oh, he's so great. Anyway, Disable actually fails right there, which is interesting. I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen in later generations. I think Disable's calculations work almost entirely differently in Generation 1. But, I mean, I shouldn't be too surprised because it's Generation 1 and a lot of stuff worked differently back in the days of this game. Anyway, gonna take a tackle to the face, and then a horn attack should bring down this coughing no trouble, which is awesome. Alright, and we get level 33 for our troubles. Very good. Up next is another coughing. Alright, so yeah, just going through the motions here with red, blue, and yellow at this point. You know, when you get to a certain point in Generation 1, you sort of have to go through the motions of what you're supposed to do, because at this point in the game, like, once you get to Celadon City, you have three options. You can either go to the gym, go to the game corner, or you can actually also get into Saffron City at this point, I believe. So you kind of have to do these things, and you sort of have to crush them out all around the same time, and it doesn't really matter which order, so it feels almost like you're going down a list. Anyway, I can't do it. Oh, what a shame, this guy. Sylph Scope? I don't know where it is. Sylph Scope? I think that's the first time we've ever even heard the mention of the Sylph Scope. But, like, as you might imagine, it is an item we are going to need, although there is actually a way to skip getting that item in red, blue, and yellow and still complete the game, but honestly, we're not going to be doing that because it feels kind of like cheating in my book, and it is, I believe, officially considered to be a glitch, considering it's not possible to do in Fire Red and Leaf Green. Anyway, heading down here, we are now on the third basement floor? I think. We got word from upstairs that you were coming. Man. As soon as the Rocket Grunts learn how to, I don't know, talk to each other, it's over. It's completely over. But yeah, I get similar vibes from this area as I do from the Mahogany Team Rocket hideout in Gold, Silver, and Crystal. It's one of those things you know you have to do, but it can get pretty tedious because literally, I'm pretty sure we fought 5 Pokemon since getting here. We fought Machop, Zubat, Coughing, Grimer, and Drowsy? Is that all the ones we've actually fought? I don't want to change. I don't need to change. This is Nidorino. We know how to get through everything in here. But yeah, there's not a lot of Pokemon whenever you fight Rocket Grunts, so it seems pretty grindy when it gets right down to it. And I'll be honest, like, I'm really, really, really glad that in some of the more recent Pokemon games, the evil teams have sort of branched out a bit in terms of the Pokemon they use, because it was understandable back in these days when there were only 151 Pokemon to choose from, but now that we've got a lot more, it's really, really nice to have, it's really nice to have variety. You know, and I believe there's a hidden item around here. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. There it is. There's a hidden nugget right south of where the TM was, which is real nice. Nuggets sell for some pretty good coin. And I don't mean Game Corner coins. But anyway, in terms of Game Corner coins, there's actually an interesting little note about that. Another interesting note is there should be another nugget around here. Where is it? Where is it? It's around here somewhere. I know it is. Maybe I'm just crazy. My list says that there's a nugget here. But yeah, the coins in the game corner. Of course you can gamble for them, but obviously you're also capable of buying them. In Generation 1, you can only buy them in packs of 50. The ability to buy them in packs of 500 was not added until Generation 2, and I just looked at the list and realized I'm looking at a list for Fire Red and Leaf Green, and this isn't in Red, Blue, and Yellow. Oh, derp, 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 derp. Hey. Oh well. I was bound to make that mistake at some point, wandering around looking for an item for almost a minute when it isn't even in the game that I'm playing. Hey. I embarrass myself sometimes, I honestly do. Anyway, let's go around this way, and yeah, there are 2 mazes in this area, so if you felt bad for Twitch having to do 1 maze, they really had to do 2, because I don't know, but I think this one, maybe this one's the only required one, but I feel like it took Twitch a long time to realize that, and as you can see, I just screwed myself, and I have to go back to the start, because the limitations of the Game Boy mean you can't really see to D-pad, thank you. The limitations of the Game Boy make it so you can't really see all too terribly far in this game, which is a little not good. And I think, let's see here. I think we want to go around this way. Yes, that is indeed what we want to do. So let's head on around this direction. And we have a Team Rocket guide. You can actually skip if you were to go south 1 step to the east of me instead of continuing forwards. Stop meddling in Team Rocket's affairs. No. I mean, honestly, if you weren't capable of messing in Team Rocket's affairs, I'm not sure if this game would actually be completable, because you need to... Well, that's not entirely true. You don't have to battle the Team Rocket Grunts here, and there's only the 1 Rocket Grunt encounter, I think, that is required in Mount Moon. There's the 1 Rocket Grunt that you have to battle in Cerulean City, so you can skip quite a few grunts if you know what you're doing and you abuse what I do consider to be a glitch. But staying out of Team Rocket's affairs entirely, not gonna happen. You gotta fight these guys. But I mean, I'm going the extra mile. I'm fighting all of them, because I want that experience. And speaking of experience, I should probably switch Nidorino out of the front of the party after this fight, because Nidorino is getting quite up there in the levels, and I want the other members of the team to catch up at least a little bit. Because in Pokemon, once you fall behind, it can be pretty difficult to catch up. So I think we're probably going to swap in Pikachu, actually, because Pikachu doesn't have too many levels on Nidorino right now. Let's see here. Yeah, Pikachu's only level 27, so I think we're going to switch Pikachu into the front and see what it can pull off. And since it does know Thunderbolt, it should be able to pull off quite a bit. Anyway, wrap around here. We actually have some stairs, and we are now on basement floor 4, I think, which is really, really impressive. Alright, right here we have a TM02. I hope we have enough space for the item we're about to get. The elevator doesn't work. Who has the lift key? Oh, I love this guy. This guy's a very famous Rocket Grunt. Mainly because of his inability to hold on to things. He's kind of like a classmate I have. I have one classmate that literally drops things all the time, or at least there was this one laboratory exercise where he dropped something constantly. And it was almost laughable at one point, like, because at the end, literally by the end, he dropped the steel sample we were polishing, literally like 30 times, and it was an experience, let me tell you. I still give him crap for it. It's all in good fun, though. Anyway, I did not mean to click Quick Attack there. I meant to click Thunderbolt, because Zubat is much weaker to Thunderbolt than it is weak to Quick Attack, so let's just Thunderbolt Zubat and wrap up that fight right there. No! Alright, I gotta do this right. Oh no! I dropped the lift key! That was a request in the comments. I am sorry, internet. No more room for items. Alright. Alright. Alright, 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 alright. You know what? I'm going to use an HP up. Let's use it on Pikachu. There we go. I don't know if that actually did anything. But there we go. Now we can pick up the lift key. Very good. Now we are capable of operating the elevator in the Team Rocket hideout, and that gives us far more freedom to navigate this area. Right over here. You know what I'm also realizing that's a little annoying? This game doesn't actually tell you what the item is. It just tells you you can't pick it up. You know what? Let's use this. And honestly, I'm never, ever, ever going to get rid of Thunderbolt. So let's raise the power points for Thunderbolt. And now we can pick up an HP up. You know what? I'm just going to use that again on Pikachu immediately. Just because, you know, might as well. How much are we going to go up by? We're going to go up by... 1. There we go. So, not a complete and total waste. Alright, I'm looking at my list right here. I think we have all the hidden items. I believe we do. Well, actually, no. There's one that we still don't have, but it's in a room we have not visited yet. So, we should be able to make do with that right there. Anyway, now that we've actually explored the entire hideout, presuming we do not have the lift key. We do have the lift key, but if we had not had the lift key, we've done all the exploring we can, so I think this is a good time to actually run back upstairs and heal up the team, because as you might imagine, there's going to be a boss fight in this area, so I'm going to go do that and I will be right back. Alright, we are back, and I also deposited the 3 TMs we've managed to locate so far into the PC while I was out healing. Now, I just realized I forgot to actually mention what all 3 of those TMs are, so I'm going to do that now. TM02 is Razorwind, TM07 is Horndrill, and TM10 is Double Edge. So yeah, there's some pretty good moves in this area, so you're definitely going to want to keep an eye out for those because you might get some really, really nice stuff if you are just Judious in your exploration of the area. I think that's the word I'm supposed to use. Studious? I don't even remember. Anyway, let's head right on through here, and we are aiming for the elevator, because now that we have the lift key, we may use the elevator, which is really, really, really nice, because it will allow us to open up quite a few shortcuts in the area. So let's head right on over this way, and now that we have the lift key, we can go to B1. Alrighty, heading right out here, this is that area that's behind that door, so now we can fight this guy, and we, I believe, are capable of opening the door from this side. So that will allow us to open up a shortcut down to the deepest parts of the area from the first floor, which is super duper nice. Alright, just gonna Thunderbolt this guy. I hope everyone gets that reference. Thunderbolt! Alright. And down he goes. And of course we get the critical on the second hit, because of course we do. And we have another coffin coming out. It's at times like this that I really, really wish I had a Psychic type on the team, but honestly the options are very, very limited for Psychic types. Honestly, in Pokemon Yellow, your options for Psychic types are basically Starmie, Hypno, and Alakazam, and they're all really good, but I already have the team planned out, and none of them actually made it onto the team. Plus, Alakazam, I can't really realistically use because I'm on an emulator and I'm unable to trade with my current setup. So, yeah. Anyway, once you defeat him, the door automatically opens, and you can just go to the other side whenever you want, which is awesome. Not sure how many people actually think to go and do that. Anyway, we were on B3 before, I think, so we can go... Actually, no, we're on B3 now? Oh wait, no, maybe B3 doesn't actually have a, an elevator access. That's interesting. Let's go down to B4. Oh yeah, you actually can't go to B3 using the elevator. That's interesting. Come right out here. Not another step, brat. Remember these guys? Yep, they're back. How dare you humiliate us at Mount Moon? It's payback time, you brat. I probably mentioned this back in Mount Moon, but just in case I didn't, in the Japanese version of the Pokemon anime, Team Rocket doesn't use the term twerp. They use the term Jotty Boy, which I believe roughly translates to brat. So, yeah, I guess they, didn't quite catch what they were supposed to translate that into when it came to translating Pokemon Yellow, because they used the term brat in the English version. Oh, really? And we're poisoned. Awesome. But luckily it looks like we're going to actually be ending this episode before we do the boss of this area, so it's looking like I will have an excuse to run back in between episodes and heal this off, which is nice. Alright, we have Meowth coming in. I think I want to switch over to Nidorino for this, because Nidorino has the all-powerful, although not quite all-powerful, double kick attack. And I was hoping it would be just a one-hit wonder, but luckily double kick is a double attack, so there we go. And I have to be careful when I say that, because I'm pretty sure in later games they actually did add a move called double attack. I know they added a move called double hit. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. I'm pretty sure it's called double attack in the Japanese version, so that might be where the confusion's arising from. Anyway, wow. I believe Nidorino is our first team member to get over 100 hit points? I believe that's the case. That's awesome. Such a dreadful twerp. Ah, there it is. There's the word. Twerp. Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again. And poof, and they're gone. Because, of course, that's how physics works. They just evaporate. Right here, we have Iron, which raises what stat? I don't remember what stat Iron raises. I'm pretty sure it's defense, judging by the name. Anyway, I think with that, this is the boss area. Yes, it is. So yeah, I think with that, we are going to be ending things off here. I think with that cut in between to go heal, this episode's a little bit short, but trust me, this boss fight has the potential to take a while. So without further ado, we are going to end things off here. So, this past episode of Pokemon Yellow, we conquered very darned nearly the entire Team Rocket hideout. And next time on Pokemon Yellow, we are going to be wrapping things up here, and we are going to be moving on to old/new areas. Depends on how you define things. So without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
Persian シャムネコポケモン高さ 1.0 メートル重さ 32.0 キログラム気性が激しく尻尾をまっすぐ立てたら要注意飛びかかって噛みつく前触れだ